Hello.
Hey,
How are you?
very good, very good. Busy. And
Okay.
how are you, Rebecca?
I'm good. Today's a good day. It's not, minus 17 outside, so it's minus 8. Not
Yeah,
bad.
yeah. I'm still freezing, so I have my thick hat on myself.
Can you describe your hat for the people that are listening?
Yes, it is in Swedish called a bear cunt.
Shut up. Are you serious?
It is.
Oh.
But yeah, no, it's a very furry hat.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. And that bear cunt within the first 45 seconds of the podcast. And
Yeah.
let's see if we can go up from there.
Where
I think we've
we'll
peaked.
Go.
All right.
Yeah. Just ended here.
Okay.
Yeah, no. What's up? What have been? You started with some new education, right?
I've started with some new education, post and prenatal nutrition and fitness coaching. So for the soon to be moms, already moms, looking to take care of themselves, before, during, and after pregnancy, and giving birth. A lot happens to the body. A lot happens to the mind and your energy and your spirit and all of the new, changes that happen, especially if you're, the first time going through it all. It can be pretty scary and feeling like you have no control over what's happening, which you kind of don't, but do in a way. So I'm learning all about that to be able to help some women out there and some men.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Like, we go through so many changes ourselves too.
Yeah.
As men.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's really such a neglected part when it comes to training. Because I think, or health training, whatever we want to combine this with, but you have female, like the women's doctor or a gynecologist and stuff like that, for sure. But it's all like this, it's more into the medical part, right?
Yeah.
So when you go there to checkups and everything, what they're looking at is just that you're not dying, right?
Right.
And a normal prescription from a doctor to a pregnant woman is like, well, you shouldn't do so much sport, or you shouldn't, and all these things, because they simply know that if you're in a bad health position, it can be dangerous to, stress your body too much.
Right.
And what we can do, and what we're doing, like with CrossFit and everything, is that we're more like these we're preventing stuff from happening later on, and also getting you your immune system, everything stronger via nutrition, exercise. And that should be like the first thing that we should actually be prescribing women, even before they think about maybe having children and kids. And I think that we would save so much problems later on.
Yeah, especially the kind of the emotional stress that women go through, before, during, and after, when wanting to, kind of get their bodies back to where they were before. I wish that I had sought out, like a fitness and nutrition coach afterwards, because I didn't know what to do. And it was just it's a confusing time. I mean, there's also, your hormones are raging. So, and you're taking care of this, this new thing in your life, baby. And the most important thing is for you to take care of yourself first.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
it's like in an airplane that put on your mask first,
Yep.
and then to your kid,
And then help the others. Exactly.
I'm just going to turn off the fudging fan. Hold it 2 seconds.
All right, 3, 2, 1, we're back. Okay.
You're still here.
I'm still here. So today we kind of have a interesting bunch of topics to unpack and talk about and to get your wisdom and knowledge on.
Okay. Let's see if that's going to succeed.
Are you up for the task?
Yeah, I'm up. Shoot.
Okay. Well, the first thing we're going to talk about is something very exciting that's happening. And I will give the floor to you. It's the box owner battle.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, it's very occupying and not super much time right now, but it has been escalated in its in its growth for sure, unexpectedly. Yeah. So what is it? It is a battle between me and a couple of other box owners, Malin Pettersson from CrossFit Recklinghausen, and we have Kevin Vinkes from CrossFit Vitus, and we have Gregor Schregler from who has 3 boxes, but his main box was the CrossFit Rheinecker. And yeah, so we're going head to head tomorrow, and it's moderated, and we have a workout that got signed off yesterday by Dave Castro. So that's also
Very cool.
Very cool. And yeah, now we are, yeah, and then after next week we're going to Austria. We're going to meet Austrian box owners, and the week after that, no, Switzerland, sorry, and the week after that it's Austria, and then we have a couple 2 more weeks with some blended goods. And but yeah, it kind of escalated. It started with me just having an idea that I wanted to do like a live workout with another box owner. So I just reached out and said, hey, should we do like a live workout next Friday or so? Yeah, let's do it. And then I talked to someone else, and he said, well, let's talk to CrossFit. And yeah, they liked this idea a lot. So we've been working on this for a couple of weeks to kind of get our head around how we want to have the format and everything. So, and yeah, now I'm kind of head of this project and coordinating and everything. We have some cool moderators from the community, Dragan and Maximilian, that will be doing the media part now, which is pretty awesome. These are funny guys, and they're also very experienced. And yeah, we're going to meet a lot of cool people on the way every weekend or every Friday that it's streamed. And then we're going to be, people are going to be able to do the workout from home. So it's going to be kind of a led workout in one sense, but also a challenge, like us against each other for sure. Like I know some of them might be a bit nervous being in front of camera and so on, but the main idea is just we want to have our communities a bit fired up.
Cool.
And wanting to maybe if they don't want to participate in doing the workout from home, that's also fine, but just to know, have somebody to share on or whatever, and also to get to know these other guys. It's pretty cool.
So is there a podium at the end?
We start with a podium and kind of get to know each other and get to know what we are up to, and then due to, because we're all in lockdown, everything what's happening, like what's happening with our communities and so on, and also to rally up a bit, for the open that is coming out 11th of March. And what's the options there. Like Dave Castro yesterday, he announced that the equipment free version is not going to be completely equipment free, so that's also a thing. And so I it's not going to be easy workouts or anything, but we'll see what it will bring.
Who's programming the workouts
for the Box Under Battle? The first one is programmed by me and signed off by, so I did it together with Dave Castro, and so we got sign off, and the next next weeks we will have some really awesome cool videos coming out of those workouts. And I'm talking to some people about taking ownership of those programmings. But basically, I want to have, it's not so much about the program. It's more about, is this doable at home? If you have, a dumbbell or kettlebell, and is it, challenging and still? And so that's kind of the format. And just like in the open, you don't want to have like a 40-minute workout at home.
Right. So for people that want to participate, at home, what equipment will they need?
For the first one, it would be beneficial if you have like a dumbbell or kettlebell or two, and a jump rope. Okay. But if you don't have it, and of course, like doing it's inside can be hard, there are alternatives. So,
So for you going into something like this or into open workout, what is for you, what kind of mindset do you get into?
For the open, to be honest, I it's always been mostly about taking care of the organization around the open. So it has been mostly, organizing, doing team heats, everything, and so on, and obviously analyzing the workouts and kind of looking into that. And then like last year's, it's usually been like I've been judging all heats, and then there's like last heat left, there's one spot left, and I'm just like, okay, let me just jump in and basically without warm up and anything. But I have had my best scores when doing those, because it's, I don't know, you're so pumped up and fired up, but still, somehow exhausted from, trying to keep everything on time and so on. But I've always usually jumped in if it was, possible, without having like risk of injury. So the open has always been really fun to see. And also, I mean, most people do their unexpected, new territory things in the open. And I think it's important and cool to do these, because many of us don't challenge ourselves to that, final edge, and we shouldn't do it all the time either. But once in a while, it's good to push yourself a bit and do those, if it's a race or marathon or whatever, but just have some kind of outside your comfort zone.
Cool. So how was it working with Dave Castro?
We had a nice chat, and I think I surprised them a bit with some some questions, but no, mostly it was a short chat. So we're gonna try to do something later on. But yeah, it took like 3 or 4 weeks to get that organized. So yeah.
Okay, cool. So talking about a little bit about the Open, because it is so different this year, what are some movements or skills that people, maybe have already started, kind of working on or mastering? What kind of things, because it is so different?
Yeah, so the Open is pretty, like, if you're really a professional, it is pretty easy to see what's going to come up, or
Right.
At least you can take out many movements that it's not going to happen. It's not going to be any sled pushes, no GHDs, and stuff like that. So the equipment is a bit more restricted, so it's easier to prepare in that sense. You know that the workouts will be probably maximum 20 to 25 minutes, and a couple of them will be sub 10 minutes. So we kind of know the time domains that needs to be worked on. I think the shortest ones have been somewhere about 5-6 minutes. Yeah, so you should work in those time domains, basically, with different movements that are presented in the Open. Usually it's been usually in the Open like a new movement every year.
Okay.
That's been presented. And they introduced the dumbbell a couple of years ago, which was like shit. Everyone had to buy these dumbbells suddenly, but now everyone have these like hex dumbbells at the gym, so that's okay. But specifically in movements, so something that will elevate many of your scores will be gymnastics.
Okay.
And higher level gymnastics. And those are, I would say, easier to maybe get to than like higher weights on the barbell. I don't know. I don't think there's not going to be any barbell this year in the Open. So for this year, I would say it's gymnastics, like getting toes to bar. Yeah, good with toes to bar, good with chest to bar pull-ups, good with muscle ups, and good with handstand push-ups and handstand walks. And most of these things you can practice on, and it doesn't take 2 years to get good at them. You can actually get it going in a couple of months. For most people, obviously it depends on what kind of plan you have and so on, but yeah, will it help to, like, from conditioning and so on from home? It's working a lot on thrusters and burpees will be good for your endurance, probably. And then sometimes there are some curveballs, like I don't know if they're going to do that with dumbbells, but we've had it before with like overhead squats, and overhead squats can be like kryptonite for even a strong athletes. So if you neglected your mobility for your overhead, then you might be out just because of that, even though the weight is not super heavy. So I've seen that, and those things take a bit longer time, like mobility, and when the barbell is back, then having higher weights on the barbell obviously is also nothing you just do in a couple of months, but yeah, you need some more time maybe to build that up.
So I know we talked about it a little bit a few weeks ago, but maybe you can just go over the rules again, because it's outside of the box in their home workouts. So how can people register for it and be judged?
Yeah, good question. I don't know how it's going to be judged, but I think it's going to be online judged. So you need to set up a camera and do the workouts at home with the camera. And for, otherwise, if like there are many places in the world where you can use the gym, so you're going to have coaches coaching those movements. I think like if you are a coach working at an affiliate in Germany, for example, you can do the open workouts in your gym and so on. If you're a competitive athlete, then you could probably also do that. However, there was some. I think it was in Canada. One gym got. They got fined because CrossFit was not officially a sport. So you can't be officially a pro or like a competitor.
Okay.
So they got fined for doing workouts.
Oh God. Of course it happened in Canada.
Yeah. No, so otherwise that's kind of probably how it's going to play out. If you can't do it at the gym, you have to set up a camera and submit your video.
Okay.
And many people do that in the gym too. So
okay,
that don't have a judge.
Great. Okay, well, I mean, it's definitely going to be an exciting, it'll be new. So
and it's 3 weeks this year, so it's definitely a different time frame now.
So, absolutely. So it's like you got to work a little harder because there's less workouts.
Yeah. That's I told Dave, like, this is I usually need to have those extra 2 workouts to catch up.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it goes.
Very cool. Okay, well, there was a lot of information we were giving you today, so I thought we would kind of switch gears, and I would put you into the hot seat and ask you just kind of like rapid fire questions and get your take and let the viewers get to know Coach Rickard a little more intimately, perhaps.
All right.
So, and these are, of course, just questions that, your opinion. So there's no right or wrong answer. So don't be nervous.
42.
Okay, I'll start off easy. Okay. Your top 3 dinner guests.
Oh, shit. That has never crossed my mind, to be honest.
And why?
Oh, yeah. I actually don't know. I never thought about that. That totally took me off the seat. No, but I guess yes. Some maybe obvious ones, but I would really Sam Harris would be on that list. Jordan Peterson would be on that list, and I don't know, just for the fun of it, maybe Wayne Gretzky.
Okay.
Because I start with Wayne. He's a legend within sports, all sports. But from ice hockey, and when I grew up, he was a great idol.
We share the same birthday, him and I.
Yeah,
we do. Yeah.
But you look much younger.
And I'm wearing a Vancouver Canucks sweatshirt today also. So
he's from Edmonton.
He's Edmonton, yeah. Yep.
And then Jordan Peterson, I mean, he's kind of lately grown into my conscience, but no, I realized how much this guy has been studying human mind and people and so on. I definitely appreciate his work and also the ideas that he's been giving me. And the same thing goes for Sam Harris, which is some basic concepts that I also they like both him and Jordan Peterson share. And but yeah, Sam Harris is a philosopher from the US, and he was very well, he's been controversial for sure, but he's basically unafraid of telling, let's say, the truth in his eyes. And but he's also intellectually honest, that he also says, hey, I was wrong about that. And he's not and yeah, I like his honesty in his way of conducting, seeking, I don't know, truth and mindfulness and everything. And he taught me a lot about that, even though, I don't know him personally at all. He's probably like one of these super dry people to have at your dinner table, but it can also, really escalate into something really great. So, but yeah, it's just crazy how much these people have thought about things that are so, they have a thought about almost everything. The only thing I know I could kick their ass with is nutrition and training, because they all suck at it. So, and yeah,
even Wayne Gretzky.
Well, Wayne Gretzky, to be honest, I don't know exactly, but I think yes, I think I could actually teach him some stuff, but maybe I'm totally wrong. I'm more, let's say, I'm more convinced of the latter two, or the first one. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, this is a Tim Ferriss question.
One day I'll make it.
Okay, this is a Tim Ferriss question.
Yeah.
If you could work only 2 hours a week, 2 hours a week, what would you work on?
2 hours a week.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, like well, it's a bit hard with the definition, like what is
not workout, work.
What is work?
Yeah,
like paying your bills or whatever. No, like, is writing work?
Yeah.
So maybe, but that's something I would like to do more of. But yeah, I guess, writing, and the good thing with writing is that you need to gather your thoughts. And I understand, like, my own experience is that if I write something, then I have a better concept of it because it's out of my head and so on. And when I need to be more like spontaneous like this, I just need to reiterate as I'm thinking and talking, and then 1 week from now, like, that was totally
right,
not what I meant.
Yeah.
And so yeah, probably writing, and I don't know, there's something about that. Yeah.
Okay, what pro athlete now, or it doesn't have to be like currently, but what pro athlete would do well, would be successful now in the CrossFit Games?
From another sport.
Yeah.
Well, I think good. Like, there are some sports that have more kind of tendency into doing this kind of work, and that's maybe ice hockey players, football players, and like rugby players. I couldn't name like a specific name, but like one of those top guys from one of those sports, they will have kind of somewhere close to maybe work capacity.
Right.
And the question is just if they have, the virtuosity for technique and so on. But this is the thing, like many of these top talents, when it comes to these sports, they usually have like this background of just virtuosity, so they grab another sport and they're good at it too.
Right.
So like you see this in ice hockey players that start with golfing, they all just have amazing handicaps. because I mean, yeah, you're hitting a puck or you're hitting a ball
Mm-hmm.
on the feet, but it's not really that. It's more the intuition and feeling of I don't know, object and hitting an object and so on.
Yeah, I kind of stole this question from another podcast that I heard, and the question was, would LeBron James do well in the CrossFit Games now? And even though he's like one of the best athletes in the world, he would possibly come in dead last because his arms and legs are just too long.
So basketball players, no, they wouldn't stand a chance in many of the CrossFit things.
For me, the first person that came to my mind was Venus Williams.
Okay.
Right, because she has the endurance, the agility, the stamina. She's not super tall, right? So there's not that much, to move. But yeah, it's interesting to think about. But I think rugby as a sport has the most kind of closest crossover.
Well, yeah, I mean, you have this kind of, I would say like the work domain and everything is similar, and they do a lot of weight training. So
yeah,
that's also one thing, and they are strong in all their limbs, like pulling, pushing. It's a lot more like physical combat-ish kind of training, whereas other sports like soccer or football, they can look good and so on, but they don't have then they can run fast and long and far, but
right.
It's not always that they are very good with weights,
right,
if we put those in their hands.
Okay.
And mobility is also an issue for many of them.
Okay. What is a skill you would like to start brand new, let's say tomorrow? What would that new skill be?
It's a hard question. What would that be? I would like to have another language.
Another language.
Yeah, yet another language.
Okay.
I think that would be nice. Yeah, I don't know. I think, well, what is language? Well, language could also, I could, maybe that would be maths, so that's one language to be mastering better. I don't know, but spontaneously, if you can communicate with people, you're going to be able to learn more. So,
right.
Yeah. I think your mic is still buzzing. Yeah. There you go. Don't tease it.
Okay. All right. What is something, I got a couple more questions for you.
Oh, yeah.
What is something that you would tell your younger self now?
What would I tell? Hey.
What's a lesson that you would love to teach to your younger self?
Yeah, I thought about that before, and I guess I think I would have like, even though I don't think it's that important, but I guess I would have pushed myself into just going to starting with college straight away, just get it done. And maybe aspire a bit more for that, not for the career or so on. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else than here. But basically just to have had just postpone that and done it earlier. That would be my idea of it. So, and yeah, again, I don't think I would have used it anywhere else and so on, but that would have maybe accelerated me a bit faster, and that would have come together with, you know, maybe having family a bit earlier and stuff like that. Again, I don't have to change anything that I have now. But you know, I guess that would be my advice to someone else. So is that, you know, some things you don't have to be postponing, and like family, I think there's something about we're talking a lot about family here, but I mean, and kids and stuff, but yeah, that's a big part of our lives. But yeah, doing that earlier feels like not a bad idea, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. It could be beneficial to be, you know, slightly younger, having more energy, and you know, more recovery, and being closer to their age. And yeah.
Okay. One more question. Okay. If CrossFit, if you were only allowed to practice one domain of CrossFit, what would that be? We got dogs in the studio.
Yeah.
One domain to master.
One domain to master. In you mean in like gymnastics or in weightlifting or so? I guess gymnastics would be the thing I would like to be better at, and I think it's translates to outside the gym also. Yeah.
Okay.
Very well. So even though, you know, if I could rank gymnastics and weightlifting at the moment, like, you know, weightlifting is at least like 1 billion times funnier. But, you know, I know this obviously from experience that when you get better at a certain domain, you start to like it. So this is the thing, you just need to work on it and then you start to like it.
Yeah.
It's a bit like marriage.
We could have a whole podcast about marriage next time, maybe. That'll be interesting.
Yeah. Let's see.
Maybe our spouses shouldn't listen to it, though. Okay, well, that was the rapid fire random question.
Everything's breaking down. We need to have new mics. Yeah. I don't think it's a mic. It's probably the cable. Yeah, cool.
All right.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to next time. What are we talking about? We're not talking about marriage next time.
No, we're not going to talk about marriage or kids.
No. But we're talking about change and
habit changing.
Behavioral
changing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So see if we can get some in for next time.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. And we'll see you Friday, the box owner battle. And good luck.
Thank you. Yeah, looking forward.
Hope tune into that.
Hope to see you there.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you next time.